Word Max 5300. Produced by WorldCom Edu. Word Max 5300. Level 4.
Word Max Book 4. Day 1. Accord. In accord with my opinion. Percentage. Percentage of body fat. Emotional. Emotional stress. Plea. Plea for help. Continuous. Continuous pain. Response. Immune response. Make a response. Employ. Employ Susan as a director. Means. Means of communication. Term. Scientific terms. Run. Run a grocery store. Experimental. Experimental equipment. Benefit. The benefits of exercising. Attraction. Various tourist attractions in Korea. Competitive. Competitive rate. Affection. A deep affection for her daughter. Condition. Financial condition. Personal. Gain personal confidence. Dependent. Mostly dependent on your fortune. Motivate. Motivate us to study physics. Pressure. High blood pressure. Under pressure. Race. A conflict between different races. Consequence. As a consequence of the accident. Efficiently. Do one's work efficiently. Female. A female candidate for the presidency. Instance. For instance. React. React angrily to the news. Concept. A basic concept. Entire. The entire staff of the school. Moral. Moral behavior. Perhaps. Perhaps she forgot the appointment.
Day 2. Feature. An interesting feature of the novel. Significant. A significant discovery. Throughout. Throughout the month. Unite. Unite the independent nations. Assume. Assume he is guilty. Detailed. Make a detailed plan. Following. Answer the following question. Predict. Predict the result of the game. Concern. Concern about violence in movies. Eventually. Eventually arrived 2 hours late. Further. Go further south. Outcome. Guess the outcome of a game. Profit. Profit and loss. Reward. Reward for a good grade. Coexist. Coexist peacefully. Essential. Prepare essential goods. Contribute. Contribute books to a school library. Invest. Invest in stocks. Limited. A limited supply of resources. Claim. An exaggerated claim. occasion, on occasion, a special occasion, generally, generally speaking, accurate, an accurate description, biology, study marine biology, principle, a man of high moral principles, seek, seek employment, depart, depart Seoul for Tokyo, myth, a creation myth, range, in a range of experiences, attitude, his attitude to marriage.
Day 3. Contrast. A contrast between A and B. Aspect. Various aspects of a child's imagination. Entertain. Entertain his son with fairy tales. Frequent. Frequent occurrence. Promote. Be promoted to manager. Refer. Refer to the matter again. Capacity. Intellectual capacity. Crop. Major crops in Korea. Detect. Detect the odor of a gas. Explanation. A detailed explanation. Lack. A lack of nutrition. Addition. Make an addition. In addition. Advanced. Advanced technology. Factor. An important factor. Goods. Goods and services. Manufacture. Manufacture smartphone parts. Satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. Responsibility. Take responsibility for an animal. Analysis. Make an analysis of human behavior. Demonstrate. Demonstrate a chemical phenomenon. Completely. Completely different colors. Environmental. Environmental adaptation. Appeal. Make an emotional appeal. Generation. Overcome the generation gap. Operate. Operate machinery. Yield. A poor crop yield. Accomplish. Accomplish a mission. Classic. Classic novels. A classic error. Conscious.
Be conscious of your own problem.
Firm. Work at a law firm.
Day 4. Intelligence. An intelligence test. Necessity. Necessity of saving. Recall. Recall happy memories. Replace. Replace an old chair with a new one. Adjust. Adjust the volume on a radio. Contain. Contain high levels of caffeine. Exception. Make an exception. Frustrated. Be frustrated with the exam result. Per. Grow 2 centimeters per year. Practical. Need a practical solution. Pursue. Pursue an objective. Relatively. Relatively low cost. Setting. An ideal setting. Academic. high academic standards. Citizen, a citizen movement. Exposure, exposure to the natural environment. Inner, inner peace. Perceive, perceive change. Lawyer, consult a lawyer. Agriculture, the Department of Agriculture. Conventional, conventional wisdom. Directly, answer directly. Innovation, stimulate constant innovation. Mark, a scratch mark. Objective, the principal objective. Overall, overall results. Rural, a rural economy. Deplete, deplete natural resources. Sort, favorite sort of music. Acquire, acquire good social knowledge.
Day 5. Decade. For the last 3 decades. Disaster. A natural disaster like an earthquake. Equipment. Equipment for soccer. Extent. The extent of the damage. Gender. Gender equality. Central. In the central part of the city. Content. A table of contents. Excessive. Excessive spending. Expand. Expand a business. Instruction. Follow the instructions. Mass. A mass of snow. Narration. The manner of narration. Reproduce. Help flowers reproduce. Additional. Pay additional expenses. Regarding. Information regarding the education system. Architecture. Study architecture. Convey. Convey personal opinions. Convince. Convince Frank to sign the contract. Crucial. A crucial factor. Generate. Generate heat. Identify. Identify the exact reason. Internal. The internal structure of the room. Relation. Diplomatic relations between two countries. Struggle. Struggle for independence. Phenomenon. A natural phenomenon. Colleague. Cindy's longtime colleague. Be engaged in. Be engaged in newspaper work. Delight. Cry with delight. Destruction. The destruction of the environment. Fundamental. A fundamental change.
Day 6. Insight. A leader of great insight. Persuade. Persuade her to come back. Security. A potential threat to security. Truly. Truly memorable experience. Unexpected. An unexpected result. Attach. Attach a name tag. Attach a file. Barrier. Stand behind the barrier. Ceremony. The opening ceremony of the Olympics. Dozen. Study a dozen species of ants. Import. Import agricultural products. Nutritious. Serve a nutritious meal. Insomnia. Induce insomnia. Pound. Pound on the roof. Restrict. Restrict freedom of expression. Unpleasant. An unpleasant smell. Greek. Ancient Greek letters. Law. The national security law. Meaningful. A meaningful experience. Absence. Absence from an important school event. Dramatic. A dramatic change in weather. Gradual. Gradual growth. Indicate. Indicate a steady decline in revenue. Literature. Medieval literature. Discrete. Divide into 4 discrete categories. Pace. Walk at an even pace. Political. Political opinions. Severe. A severe shock. Statement. Make a false statement. Sustain. Sustain biodiversity. Trap. Set a trap.
Day 7. Wander. Wander along the street. Commercial. Commercial purposes. Merely. Merely as a joke. Badly. Be damaged badly. Biological. Biological factor. Authority. Abuse your authority. Category. Belong to the same category. Celebration. Throw a celebration party. Cell. Red blood cells. Childhood. In his early childhood. Consult. Consult a professor. Cultivate. Cultivate a field. Defense. Play defense for the Italian soccer team. Emission. Reduce emissions of harmful gases. Mess. Mess up a room. Make a mess. Physician. Consult a physician. Random. A random selection. Resistance. Resistance to violence. Sufficient. A sufficient quantity. Verbal. A verbal agreement. Ancestor. Ancestor worship. Burst into. Burst into tears. Counselor. Become a career counselor. Devote. Devote your life to photography. Fade. Begin to fade. Hence. Hence, he won the marathon. Frighten. Be frightened easily. Grab. Grab the chance. Grocery. A grocery bill. Load. Load up your luggage.
Day 8. Release. Release heat. Remarkable. A remarkable change. Reverse. Walk in the reverse direction. Ritual. Perform religious rituals. Seal. Seal the envelope. settle, settle an economic dispute. Stimulate, stimulate the sensory nerves. Transform, transform salt into energy. Translate, translate the letter into Korean. Wheat, grow wheat. Suffering, endure suffering. Enthusiasm, arouse enthusiasm. Acknowledge, acknowledge the need for renovations. Approximately, approximately 4 decades later. Brilliant, a brilliant exhibition. Chase, chase the criminal. Contract, a contract to build a new library. Desperate, a desperate decision. Disturb, disturb his study. Edit, the edited version of the script. Enormous, enormous wealth. Exhaust, exhaust himself running. External, external pressure. Likewise, do likewise. Metaphor, talk by metaphor. Pause, pause for a moment. Phrase, a memorable phrase. Sequence, the sequence of events. Pasture, high mountain pasture. Output, the total output.
Day 9. Commitment. Meet a commitment. Multiple. Multiple personalities. Vulnerable. Vulnerable to attack. Correspond. Correspond closely. Enroll. Enroll in a basic class. Export. Export oranges and apples. Imaginative. An imaginative solution to the problem. Launch. Launch a new smartphone. Mine. Mine for coal. Motion. Newton's laws of motion. Passage. A secret passage. Register. Register for the intensive course. Scarce. Scarce in vitamins. Sensitive. Sensitive skin. Strategy. Marketing strategy. Absolutely. Absolutely impossible. Cognitive. Cognitive reaction. Independent. Be financially independent. Leadership. Have strong leadership. Instantly. Respond instantly. Be concerned about. Be concerned about the environment. Superior. The superior classes. Surrounding. Consider the surrounding environment. Accompany. Accompany my mother. Admit. Admit your mistake. Appoint. Appoint a new chairman. Attribute. Attribute his failure to bad luck. Complicated. Solve a complicated puzzle. Deny. Deny his accusation. Document. Forge a formal document.
Day 10. Steady. Make steady progress. Fascinate. Fascinate the audience. Sum. A large sum of money. Depression. Suffer from severe depression. Skilled. A skilled craftsman. Overlook. Overlook an important fact. Eager. Be eager to meet again. Ingredient. The main ingredients of this medicine. Fate. His tragic fate. Remote. Restrict remote access. Moderate. Moderate temperature. Carriage. A first-class carriage. Endless. Endless possibility. Resolve. Resolve a dispute. Scent. A sweet scent. Instinct. Maternal instinct. Revenue. Annual revenue. Mutual. A mutual agreement. A mutual enemy. Obstacle. A major obstacle to success. Requirement. Requirement for graduation. Gravity. The law of gravity. Productive. Productive capacity. Aid. Emergency aid. Surgery. Undergo surgery. Reputation. Have a good reputation. Conserve. Conserve the historical sites. Caution. Treat the dog with caution. Profound. Profound happiness. Profound success. Logic. Apply logic. Tone. A tone of surprise.
Day 11. Property. Physical properties of water. Specialize. Specialize in physics. Plain. The plain fact. Reliable.
Gain information from reliable sources.
Soaked. Soaked in sweat. Justify. Justify aggressive behavior. Probability. Probability of winning. Widespread. Widespread damage. Minor. Minor planets. Administration. Major in business administration. Abandon. Abandon her vehicle. Institution. A financial institution. Commit. Commit a crime. Scholarship. Win a scholarship. Spell out. Need to spell out the problem. Charity. A charity for refugees. Screw. Tighten the screw. Assemble. Easy to assemble. Accessible. Accessible information. Comprehend. Comprehend the question. Bury. Bury a bone in the ground. Hop. Hop on your left foot. Cooperation. Promote beneficial cooperation. Underlying. Underlying principles of life. Mood. In a positive mood. Notion. Notion of liberty. Capture. Capture a thief. Reserve. Reserve a hotel room for parents. Deserve. Deserve to be praised. Pacific. The Pacific Coast.
Day 12. Expertise. Require considerable expertise. Automobile. The automobile accident. Outer. Build an outer wall. Ratio. Golden ratio. Psychology. Major in child psychology. Suburb. Live in a suburb. Flip. Flip a coin. Facial. His facial expression. Altitude. At high altitudes. Commute. Commute by subway. Squeeze. Squeeze juice from oranges. Abstract. An abstract concept. Meanwhile. In the meanwhile. Violate. Violate traffic regulations. Renaissance. Renaissance painters. License. A driver's license. Permit. Permit to take photographs. Procedure. Safety procedures. Elaborate. Elaborate design of the dress. Solitary. Go on a solitary walk. Offend. Be offended by her remark. Fulfill. Fulfill Jane's hope. Paw. A cat's paw. Cattle. A herd of cattle. Innocence. Prove her innocence. Invisible. Invisible hands. Addict. A baseball addict. Be addicted to. Botanical. Read botanical books. Genre. A genre of Korean traditional music. Stroke. A fatal stroke.
Day 13. Aroma. Unique aroma. Crew. A crew member. Vague. Have a vague impression. Toxic. Eliminate toxic substances. Reminder. Reminder of the accident. Spark. Spark of electricity. Molecule. A model of molecule. Depth. The depth of the river. Misunderstanding. A misunderstanding between family members. Hesitate. Hesitate to call. Opponent. A tough opponent. Nevertheless. A small but nevertheless important change. Possession. A man of great possessions. Military. Wear a military uniform. Hormone. A hormone imbalance. Broad. A broad window. Complement. Complement each other. Respectively. Use French and English respectively. Heal. Use the herb to heal the sick. Scout. Scout for firewood. Approve. Approve a new plan. Credit. A credit card. Pay by credit card. Lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle. endure, endure pain. Thorough, make a thorough preparation. Browse, browse a bookstore. Flexible, a flexible way of thinking. Identical, an identical signature. Bounce, bounce a ball off the wall. Useless, useless advice.
Day 14. Religious. Read a religious book. Bush, a rose bush. Romantic, a romantic holiday. Romantic thoughts. Evident, evident proof. Self-evident. Roast, roast coffee beans. Bunch, a bunch of flowers. Sour, a sour flavor. Oral, follow oral directions. Distraction, study without any distraction. Scatter, scatter potato seeds. Faith, have strong faith. Drown, drown at sea. Crime, crime prevention. Counter, sit behind the counter. Pesticide, spray agricultural pesticide. Conform, conform to social norms. Nerve, autonomic nerves. Persistent, persistent attempts. Session, a training session. Portray, portray himself as a winner. Beverage, a beverage with caffeine. Innate, an innate instinct. Rectangular, a rectangular table. Rear, a rear attack. Inferior, an inferior official. Manual, a computer manual. Manual art. Conference, hold a press conference. Adversity, face terrible economic adversity. Cease, cease mass production. Transaction, a commercial transaction.
Day 15. Craft, arts and crafts. Console, console oneself. Modify, modify the errors. Naked, invisible to the naked eye. Fragile, a fragile vase. Maintenance, the building maintenance. On behalf of our school. Infer, infer from the context. Incorrect, incorrect spelling. Persuasive, make a persuasive argument. Plot, the plot of the play. Orchard, an apple orchard. Passionate, passionate love. Delicate, the delicate mechanism of the car. Container, a container made of metal. Pitch, rhythm and pitch. Overwhelm, be overwhelmed by her beauty. Certainty, the certainty of morality. groom, the bride and groom. Hook, a hat hook. Hook a rope to a sled. Multiply, multiply 3 by 20. Deadline, set a deadline for the report. Freshman, a college freshman. Currency, pay in Japanese currency. Limitation, inherent limitation. Measurable, measurable distance. Fairly, speak French fairly well. Forehead, her broad forehead. Exaggerate, tend to exaggerate the truth. Immune, strengthen the immune system.
Day 16. Deposit. Make a deposit. Compassion. Compassion for the poor. Costly. Wear a costly dress. Shrink. The sweater will shrink in the wash. Dwell. Dwell in a remote place. Eclipse. The first solar eclipse of the year. Democratic. A democratic solution. Concentration. Interfere with concentration. Carve. Carve your name on a cup. Candidate. Become a presidential candidate. Shore. Swim to the shore. Embrace. Embrace tightly. Thread. Thread the needle. Subjective. Give a subjective evaluation. Breakdown. A breakdown repair service. Despair. A deep sense of despair. Grumble. Grumble about the test result. Economics. Major in economics. Priority. Give priority. Coax. Coax her dog into coming closer. Cushion. Sit on a cushion. Dental. A dental appointment. Circuit. A city center circuit. Cheek. The baby's chubby cheek. Dynamic. Her dynamic movement. Privilege. Give up his privilege. Yawn. With a yawn. Consonant. Memorize English consonants. Render. Render our plan useless. Dye. Dye your hair black.
Day 17. Glow. Glow in the dark. Legitimate. Make a legitimate investment. Motor. An electric motor. Explicit. Explicit strategy. Loose. Loose-fitting cotton pants. Medieval. In medieval days. Illuminate. Illuminate the dining room. Masterpiece. An immortal masterpiece. Initiative. An initiative to increase the rice demand. Knot. Untie a knot. Glorious. A glorious triumph. Mount. Mount a hill. Laundry. A pile of dirty laundry. Merit. Merits and demerits. Miserable. Feel miserable. Optimist. A born optimist. Framework. English grammatical framework. Gum. Chew gum. Execute. Execute projects simultaneously. Garage. Clean the garage. Fierce. Be tired of the fierce competition. Interrupt. Be interrupted by an injury. Mad. Go mad. Homeless. Help the homeless children. Inward. Slope inward. Orbit. The Earth's orbit around the sun. Mimic. Mimic a monkey. Intimate. Intimate relationship. Empathy. Empathy for his poor situation. Hay. A pile of hay.
Day 18. Trustworthy. A trustworthy source of information. Install. Install new software. Packet. A packet of letters. Toll. A toll-free highway. Complaint. Deal with consumer complaints. Anniversary. Our 22nd wedding anniversary. Democracy. Strengthen democracy. Beloved. A beloved pet. Comet. Discover a new comet. Timing. The exact timing of production. Canal. Build a canal. Catalog. Make a catalog. Classify. Classify movies by genre. Barren. A barren wasteland. Constructive. Give constructive advice. Anchor. Drop anchor. Chin. Pull in your chin. Prejudice. Racial prejudice. Realm. The realm of nature. Physiological. A physiological reaction. Shortly. Shortly after her arrival in Seoul. Apt. Be apt to remember. Tariff. Impose import tariffs. Cone. A cone-shaped hat. Dedicate. Dedicate his life to the experiment. Convict. Be wrongfully convicted. Cope with. Cope with pain. Detach. A two-bedroom detached house. Representative. The Korean representative. Tender. A tender smile.
Day 19. Peel. Peel a pear. Navy. Join the Navy. Notorious. A notorious prisoner. Neglect. Neglect your study. Dissolve. Dissolve sugar in water. Outstanding. An outstanding achievement. Poisonous. Poisonous plants. Gossip. Gossip about the actor. Liberate. Liberate a colony. Grace. Smiled with grace. Frown. Frown with concern. Dismiss. Dismiss his opinion. leftover, leftover food. Halt, an abrupt halt. Hydrogen, combine with hydrogen. Poetic, a poetic expression. Navigate, navigate the Pacific Ocean. Disability, people with severe mental disabilities. Fist, make a fist. Lately, working hard lately. Even, walk on even ground. Harmonious, a harmonious effect. Faculty, the faculty of speech. Foretell, foretell the future by the stars. Immortal, an immortal soul. Disposable, stop using disposable chopsticks. Drill, a repetitive pronunciation drill. Fraction, finished a fraction of his homework. Motive, an underlying motive. Dissatisfied, dissatisfied customers.
Day 20. Spit, spit gum. Blast, a bomb blast in LA. Contaminate, contaminate drinking water. Bathe, bathe your eyes in cold water. Thoughtful, thoughtful behavior. Outrageous, outrageous behavior. Undo, undo some of the damage. Collide, collide with a big iceberg. Caterpillar, beetles and caterpillars. Regulate, be regulated by law. Pollen, have an allergy to pollen. Skeptical, have a skeptical view. Comprehensive, make a comprehensive plan. Commonplace, commonplace people. Compatible, compatible with the computer. Suspect, suspect her motives. Workout, regular workout. Progressive, progressive ideas. Vibrate, Julia's lips vibrated. Coverage, newspaper coverage. Province, Western provinces of Japan. Steep, climb steep hills. Deadly, a deadly wound. Stroll, take a stroll in the park. Descend, descend from a tree. Tutor, hire a tutor. Storage, storage space. Bilingual, be bilingual in English and Japanese. Span, a specific time span. Profession, the medical profession.
Day 21. Fertilize, fertilize the soil. Ivory, artificial ivory. Funeral, attend a funeral. Fraud, financial fraud. Insurance, take out life insurance. Drought, a severe drought. Excel, excel in baking. Exotic, an exotic atmosphere. Fasten, fasten a seatbelt. Disrupt, disrupt fair competition. Germ, a germ phobia. Encyclopedia, a 40-volume encyclopedia. Flatter, don't flatter yourself. Effortless, make playing the violin look effortless. Irony, by the irony of fate. Fabulous, Jason's fabulous exhibition. Forbid, forbid students to enter the room. Glamorous, a glamorous job. Fossil, discover a dinosaur fossil. Fiancé, travel with his fiancée. Edible, buy edible coconut oil. Grind, grind wheat into powder. Entail, entail risky work. Ethnic, an ethnic leader. Gloomy, her gloomy expression. Imaginary, an imaginary animal. Blockbuster, the latest Hollywood blockbuster movie. Blackout, sudden blackout. Explosion, a nuclear explosion. Feast, prepare a huge feast.
Day 22. Rain. A successful rain. Quarrel. Quarrel with her sister. Telescope. Look at the stars through a telescope. Recollect. Recollect details of the letter. Literate. Literate population. Shallow. Play in shallow water. Meditation. Yoga and meditation. Trade. Secretly trade in arms. Monotonous. Live a monotonous life. Priceless. Gain priceless experience. Propel. Propel the boat. Prohibit. Prohibit the sales of beverages. Port. Enter a port. Resign. Resign as the director. Crunch. Crunch his candies noisily. Qualification. Have good qualification for the position. Lantern. Light a lantern. Pendulum. Swing a pendulum. Noble. Noble birth. A noble mission. Resume. Resume conversation. Pod. A pea pod. Portion. The last portion of the movie. Kindergarten. Go to a kindergarten. Ladder. Climb up the ladder. Perspective. A prospective actress. Marvelous. A marvelous story. Refresh. Refresh herself with travel. Memorable. Tom's memorable summer vacation. Leather. Glossy leather. A man in leather. Resemble. Cindy closely resembles her father.
Day 23. Affair. International affairs. Spine. Stretch your spine. Divorce. A high divorce rate. Treatment. A new treatment for lung cancer. Stationary. Remain stationary. Alley. Walk in a narrow alley. Shortcut. Shortcut to defeat and ruin. Applause. Greet her with applause. Decode. Decode a secret message. Drainage. Rainwater drainage. Shed. Shed weight. Shed tears. Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous in societies. Bundle. A bundle of firewood. Considerable. Considerable damage. Disclose. Disclose the secret. Supernatural. Have supernatural power. Crush. Crush oranges for juice. Combat. Armed combat. Combat poverty. Vice. Vice and virtue. Boast. Boast of your ability. Uncertain. Uncertain where to go. Swift. Make a swift decision. Cucumber. Peel a cucumber. Debris. Flying debris from the storm. Therapy. Get shock therapy. Suspicious. A suspicious death. Clerk. Ask a clerk for help. Summit. Reach the summit. Antique. An antique shop. Straightforward. A straightforward process.
Day 24. Hollow. A hollow place in the ground. Duplicate. Duplicate a document. Magnet. A horseshoe magnet. Ash. Ash from the volcanic eruption. Linear. Linear perspective. Enforce. Enforce the law. Encode. Encode important emails. Limb. Break a limb. Humid. A humid climate. Horizon. Above the horizon. Eminent. Eminent as a writer. Asset. Asset management. Impair. Impair self-esteem. Incident. An unexpected incident. Merchandise. Order merchandise. Hazardous. Hazardous bacteria. Guidance. Under a teacher's guidance. Goodwill. As a gesture of goodwill. Harden. Harden metal. Lively. Lively steps. Infamous. Be infamous for its hot weather. Instructive. Read an instructive article. Mighty. High and mighty. Lifespan. The average lifespan. Glaze. A glazed door. Gasp. Gasp in amazement. Hatred. Love and hatred. Loyalty. Loyalty and devotion. Kidnap. Kidnap a child. Drift. Drift out to sea.
Day 25. Reconsider. Reconsider the plan. Treaty. Peace treaty. Spacecraft. Launch spacecraft. Pulse. A normal pulse. Soothing. A soothing and relaxing sound. Staple. Staple crop of Korea. Outgoing. An outgoing personality. Scoop. Scoop ice cream. Miniature. A miniature airplane. Timid. Timid or sensitive. Purity. The purity of the water. Mummy. An Egyptian mummy. Sew. Sew a button on a shirt. Sprain. Sprain his ankle badly. Ripe. Ripe fruit. Milestone. A milestone in Korean history. Superstition. The number 13 superstition. Prime. His prime concern. Poll. Public opinion poll. Tournament. Enter a golf tournament. Sensible. A sensible investment. Nap. Best place to take a nap. Multicultural. Live in a multicultural family. Attain. Attain economic stability. Thermometer. A centigrade thermometer. Twinkle. Twinkle like a star. Resolution. Pass a resolution. Sympathy. Sympathy and recognition. Needle. Thread a needle. Syndrome. Suffer from dry eye syndrome.
Day 26. Ethical. Ethical standards. Ascend. Ascend a hill. Audible. Clearly audible voice. By chance. Win by chance. Compelling. Compelling parents. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stories. Blink. Blink in the bright sunlight. Unforgettable. Share unforgettable moments. Ambassador. The Korean ambassador to France. Combination. Chemical combination. Blizzard. A blizzard rages. Bomb. Place a bomb. Worship. Nature worship. Warfare. Psychological warfare. Aptitude. Take an aptitude test. Committee. Assemble a committee. Boycott. A boycott on the use of plastic cups. Aggressive. Aggressive behavior. Destructive. The destructive power of nuclear bombs. Division. The division of labor. Deliberately. Deliberately ignoring her. Discourage. Be discouraged by the failure. Be due to. Be due to graduate in August. Wrinkle. Wrinkles on her neck. Bold. Bold behavior. Critic. A famous movie critic. Seemingly. A seemingly healthy boy. Arbitrary. Arbitrary and unfair. Adore. Adore his new movie. bald, go bald.
Day 27. Crocodile. Buy a crocodile bag. Demise. Peter's sudden demise. Generalize. Generalize his study's findings. Tension. Political tensions. Significantly. Significantly larger and stronger. Dampen. Dampen your spirit. Cut down. Cut down your salt intake. Curable. A curable disease. Fluent. Be fluent in French. Mobile. A mobile home. Consist. Consist of 4 parts. Marriage. Have a happy marriage. Ferment. Ferment kimchi. Debut. The band's debut on stage. Figure out. Figure out the problem. Resident. A town resident. Carry out. Carry out his order. Geology. Major in geology. Evacuate. Evacuate a fortress. Excursion. Go on an excursion to Hong Kong. Historical. Have historical value. Forensic. Forensic evidence. Efficiency. Improve energy efficiency. Famine. Suffer from famine. Congress. A member of Congress. Expel. Expel gas from lungs. Defective. Defective sight. Creativity. Creativity and originality. Crater. The crater of a volcano. Conclude. Conclude that she is guilty.
Day 28. Knight. The Knights of the Round Table. Pale. Turn pale. His pale face. Insist on. Insist on a refund. Insecure. Financially insecure. Ingenious. Invent ingenious devices. Gigantic. A gigantic tower. Grief. A sigh of grief. Industrious. An industrious worker. Formal. His formal manner. A formal process. Have. In common. We have nothing in common. Lava. A fossil made by lava. Hijack. A series of hijacks. Larva. The larva of a butterfly. Misguided. Misguided information. Humble. Live a humble life. Intentional. An intentional lie. Seldom. Seldom make a mistake. Intercept. Intercept information. Vendor. Street vendors. Implicate. Be implicated in the scandal. Hub. A hub of industry. In addition to. In addition to mental problems. Inactive. A lazy and inactive student. Heir. The heir to the throne. Idle. idle habits. Live an idle life. Clay. Make a clay model. Huddle. Huddle together. Shade. Rest in the shade of a tree. Interfere with. Interfere with concentration. Jeopardize. Jeopardize our survival.
Day 29. Obligate. Be obligated to care for their children. Peril. Face a peril. Monk. Become a monk. Rubbish. Dump rubbish. Household rubbish. Prominence. Gain prominence. Come to prominence. Maze. Get lost in a maze. Marine. The study of marine life. Malfunction. Equipment malfunction. Notify. Notify students of their exam results. Arrogant. Her selfish and arrogant behavior. Railway. Build a railway. Monarchy. Set up a monarchy. Beneficial. Beneficial to health. Pitiful. A pitiful situation. Put off. Put off the promise. Paste. Copy and paste. Oppressive. Use oppressive tactics. Memorial. A memorial for victims of terror. Mansion. Live in a stately mansion. Masculine. Masculine virtue. Minister. The minister of education. Misty. Enjoy a misty view. Occupation. State your age and occupation. Pebble. Throw a pebble. Open-minded. An open-minded adult. Patent. Be protected by patent. Rifle. Start to rifle through his drawers. Pharmacy. At a pharmacy. A hospital pharmacy. Facade. Complete the facade of the cathedral. Monologue. A dramatic monologue.
Day 30. Barely. Be barely able to stand. Regardless of. Regardless of her social status. Stumble. Stumble along. Rebel. Suppress a rebel. Revolve. Revolve on its axis. Slope. A gentle slope. Paddle. Paddles of various sizes and shapes. Reptile. Protect endangered reptiles. Inflation. A high rate of inflation. Rapport. Develop rapport. Rationalize. Rationalize her rude behavior. Sow. Sow flower seeds. Speculate. Speculate about motivation. Repertoire. A wide repertoire. Revolutionize. Revolutionize the study of physics. Robber. Catch the bank robber. Scar. A scar on his hand. Sticky. Sticky with glue. Throne. Take the throne. symbolize, symbolize good fortune. Up to date equipment. Sigh, sigh deeply. Misleading, her misleading advice. Renovate, renovate society. Tumble, tumble down the stairs. Talkative, a talkative person. Obesity, prevent obesity. Rates of obesity. Turn down his proposal. Twilight, in the twilight. The twilight years. Riot, a political riot broke out.